Hi there, hi there. Happy Veda 21, which is Friday. I've not got a lot to show you today, and probably we may get cut off because I didn't charge up the battery. So I'm just warning you. But what have I got? I've got lots of parcels that have arrived in the post. So because I've got a lot to tell you today, you can help me open the parcels. Let me look what I have got in here. Pretty heavy, so what did I buy? Oh, it's a dress, it's a dress. I get these and then I forget about them. Nice and heavy. Pretty colours. Oh, I like that. Looks nicer than it did on the picture. There we go. Nice heavy firm dress. I like sort of weighted type dresses because they don't float away in the wind, do they? Always full length with me because, as you know, I've got the problems with lymphedema on my knees and everything. Yes, I like that. I like the colours of that. I'm going to definitely enjoy wearing that come this summer. Right. This is a tiny little package. Second class, whatever it was, I ordered. Let me see. What did I order? I told you before, didn't I? I'm trigger happy with my finger when I'm tired at night. And I forget what I've actually ordered, you know? What I mean? I've no idea what this is. It's fastened up again. Luckily I have got my trusty scissors with me today. What on earth is in here? What? It's in a little organdy bag, whatever it is. What did I order? Wrapped up. I'm getting excited, I am. Can't remember what it is. Oh, I know. It's my hat pin. I have got a lovely hat pin that my friend Sarah gave to me. And it's in that safe place. So the other day when the sun came out, the one day the sun came out, I've got quite a selection of hats for the sun. Yeah, sun hats. But one thing I lack is a pin to staple them to my head. So, now I remember ordering that. Right, that goes down there with all the rest of the rubbish. Let's see what else I've got here. Oh, I dropped it in my coffee. Right, what on earth is this? Well, if that's my knitting needles, they're very short. I was supposed to have ordered 35cm ones. Because as you know, I was supposed to do that knitting on a 10mm hook. And that was the one size I couldn't find. But these feel very much like 30mm. Which I'm not going to like if they are. Oh no, they may be 35. Oh, I'm not going to like those big square knob things on the end. As you know, I knit with them under my armour, so not going to be happy. So when I want to start a second one of those jackets in the knitting, I've now got the equipment. I've got the right size. Now I will probably find the others. Right, let's have a look what's in this little package. I swear my postman saves everything up for a few days before he comes. Because the yarn that came the other 2 days didn't come with the mail, it came on its own. What have I got in here? What have I got in here? It was a bit wet, but that's because I dropped it in my coffee. Ooh. 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 Are you excited? Ooh. So am I. Ooh. Oh, I like that. It's got a tassel. I do like tassels. Tassels and fringes are my thing. There we go. Dazzle! Doesn't quite match what I've got on today. Yeah. This one's a bit choking actually today, but I like the colour. These was one out of my bargain bundles. Right. Oh, this has come from Israel. I think I know what this is because I know what came from Israel. I know what I was ordering. Choppity 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 chop with my scissors. Chop 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 chop. There isn't a stamp on I can give to you, Sean. It's just got you know, those pre-printed things. I know what this is now. You don't yet, but I do. Goodness gracious. They do wrap things up well. Wonder what they did before, bubble wrap. Oh, isn't that sweet? It's in a little box and everything. It's so well wrapped. Oh. Goodness gracious me. Snippety snip. Oh, I've just undone the bow now by accident. Little bow. And inside is my rose quartz. Isn't that pretty? Came all the way from Israel. Now all I need to do is look up what the rose quartz and the amethysts are for. You're supposed to cleanse them in some way or another. I'll have to look that up. So that any negative energy that's come from the person who sent it doesn't come to you or something. So it's got to go in its little box and the bow's come completely undone now. Ah, sweet. All the way from Israel to me. Right, 2 more to undo. 2 more. So I've now got a pile of packaging on the floor. Chop, 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 chop. Oh, this is what I was telling you about the other day. It's for my Gigi. Well, not my Gigi, but it's for Gigi. It's a rake to get his underhair out. And maybe I will be able to wear something darker colour. I'm still covered in dog hair because I'm wearing black again today. And yeah, I'm going to try that on him carefully. I don't want to damage him, his little body. But it's underhair, you know, what do you call it, the bottom hair? I think it's called underhair. Is to take that out, but he's got loads of it because of the breed he is. So that's what he's got. Yeah, it's a dog and cat grooming and dematting comb. One last package that says fragile. Now I think I'm going to have to be careful opening this if it's what I think it is, because I don't want to snip anything. I can see what it is. You can't yet. There we are. I went on eBay and this is very, very similar to, you know, the boho spirit yarn. This is called Orma Export. Feels very, very soft and very, very nylon-y. I think there's 5 balls of this. Acrylic and wool. It's 90% acrylic, 10% wool, 100 grams. Doesn't tell me how many yards is on it. But it's the colours that I like. I can't remember what I ordered now. It was either 5 or 6. It was a job lot. Right, 1, 2, 4, 6 there was, 6. But it worked out less money than, I think I paid £12 for the 6. So it worked out less money than, you know, the one that I used for my jacket, my jacket in squares, yeah. Very, very similar to that, but it's not the same brand. I do like anything brightly coloured, as you know. I buy these to make things for Etsy and then they don't get there because I'm selfish and I want them all for me. Anyway, talking about Etsy, I did manage to list quite a number of things yesterday. So I would have done more, but I was getting very tired and it was like past 1 o'clock in the evening or morning. So I thought, no, go to bed, finish them off today. So that's what I've got to do. I've got to finish them off today. I've got about another 6 things, I think, to list. But one of them I discovered, I'm sure I took the photographs of it, you know, the orange and gold scarf, shawl. Could have sworn I'd taken photographs of that, but I can't find them. So I need to nip out onto the decking. It's not actually raining at the moment, but it's quite dull. Not too nice, but I'm sure I can manage to take some photos. That's if I don't have to charge up the battery again in between. Yeah, I'm on borrowed time like with this battery on this camera. I've got to see the GP today, later, about the, I don't know what he'll suggest, whether he'll refer me to ear, nose and throat again, so I don't know yet. But it is going worse, as you can hear. And I haven't been speaking to anybody except to the dog and a quick word with the postman. So, you know, I've not exactly been talking myself to death today. So, I'm going to finish off listing what's on Etsy. Take the photo first, before it goes dark. It's another dull day. And I was watching the news last night, as I do now and again. And the weather forecast for the next couple of weeks is it's going back to Arctic weather. Oh, jolly dee. We've even got snow forecast in some parts of the UK. Hopefully not my part. I think they said more towards the further north and Scotland that they might get snow. So if you're watching Hayley, sorry, I think snow's coming your way. She gets snow when none of us do. There was actually hailstone, was it last night? Or it might have been a bit of snow when Gigi's daddy came to pick him up. Talking about my little sweetheart. See if you can see him again. He's in his usual place. There he is, having a little sleep. I thought I might have been interrupted because he was killed to sit on my knee before. I was trying to sew up, you know, the brown cardigan that I knitted. I was trying to sew the sleeves in, but I had to give up because he decided he wanted to sit on my knee. And, oh, got a white car pulling up outside and I've got no idea who that might be. I do hope it's not anybody for me, because the house is a wreck. What's new? My house is always a wreck. No, I don't think it's for me. The young lass across the road's come down the steps. Whew, safe again. I still haven't really tidied up. In fact, I've made more mess because of all the listing for Etsy I was doing yesterday. So now everything's listed, I can now take things upstairs. So, a bit more tidy down here. By the time my son comes to do the craft room upstairs, it'll be full of things because I keep taking things up and putting them in the craft room. So I'll have to hurriedly drag everything out and stick it on top of my bed or somewhere. Because he likes a clean, you know, spread when he's doing anything. He doesn't like anything. He doesn't like to have to step round things, you know, step over things. He likes a clean sheet when he's doing anything. And in any case, I'd get in so much trouble for piling everything in that room, so. Oh well, it's going darker and darker. So I might have to leave the orange shawl, the photos, I might have to leave them until tomorrow. But as I said, I've still got some to list. I've got Sue's neckerchiefs to put on. I put some baby hats on, and I have reduced them quite a lot down. Somebody said they were too cheap, but I just want to get rid of things, you know, from things I made. I made children's babies' hats thinking that they were sellers, and they weren't, so I've just reduced them right down to next to nothing just to send them. In fact, the postage is more than the hats in many cases. But I've put on that I'm not doing anything. I can't take orders at that price. And but having said that, I need to find some colours to show the lady who wants me to make her boleros. I promised I would send her a photograph of the colours that I've got in so that she could choose, yeah. So that's another thing I need to do, but as it's gone dark, I need to make that a priority for tomorrow morning. I'm going to do a lot tomorrow morning, especially my niece is coming to take me shopping. I don't know, she hasn't sent me a message. She doesn't come every week. So, but it does a big help when she does bring me and take me. Especially if I've got washing powders and things like that, washing sachets and stuff to buy, you know, things that are heavier. But actually I want to go to the cheaper place. So the sun's come out. Oh, wonderbar. If that sun stays out, I might be able to take those photographs. Yay! Mind you, my filing system on my PC is, I transfer the photos over to the PC, and then when I come to list them on Etsy and things, I can't find them. So it takes me about an hour to find out which folder they're all in. And I've got so many photos stored, you know, on my PC. I really need to file through them all and delete them. I cannot keep a photograph of every single thing I've ever made in my life, yeah. Oh dear. And I stopped putting them on Flickr. I don't know why, but I think I got fed up, of course, with the usual, isn't it? I make them and there are patterns out of my head. And as usual, it was always, can you tell me what pattern you've used? No, I don't have a pattern. Well, can you write down the pattern that you did it with? No, I don't have a pattern. Well, if you made it, you must know how you did it. No, I made it 12 months ago and I've forgotten all about it. You know, it's very difficult, you know, to explain to people what you've done when you haven't used a pattern. I say I can't do freeform crocheting. I can't, where you link one shape to another. I can't do that. But I can do freehand crocheting. I can just like look at something and copy it, or look at something and make it to size if I know what I'm... You know, I buy loads and loads of doll patterns, for example, and then when I make some doll patterns, I make them up myself. Don't know why, but I do. Loads and loads of my sweaters I've just made up myself, you know. I just decide what stitch I want to do and set off, yeah. That's it, set going. Although the patterns I got the other day, was it yesterday or the day before? Can't remember, all blurred into one. I want to start one of those, which I might start, because I've got nothing to do once I've sewn up that brown cardigan. I've got to wash it because it's all, you know, repurposed yarn. And I didn't wash it and stretch it all out before I started knitting with it. So it needs washing and straightening out. I'm hoping it'll spread a bit larger anyway, because I told you I was using 9mm needles instead of the 10. Because I didn't have any 10s. So we shall see what we shall see. So I keep looking, I keep thinking I've got a watch on and I haven't. And I can't tell you whether my copper bangles are working or they're not. I mean, I have been feeling a little bit better of late, but that's usually because the weather's nicer. It's been a bit warmer. But still, I'm not taking them off just in case they're helping, if you know what I'm saying. But I can't say, oh wow, it was a miraculous. I felt so much better when I got them on. I can't tell you that. Maybe partly it's because of having them on. Maybe it's partly my little pain patches that have got stuck over me like stamps on a letter. I wish they would prescribe them for me, you know, the properly strong ones. These are just heat pads, they're not pain pads. I've got one stuck on my hip for all the good it's doing me. But still, I need to organise my appointments because I'm sure I've got a few for next week. I hope I haven't missed any. I wait for appointments for months and months and months and then I miss them because I'm so disorganised. Yes. Anyway, I'm not going to carry on chatting because I've got a feeling that the battery's going to run out in 2 minutes flat. Or the coffee's gone cold. I'll have to nuke it, put it in the micro and give it a little bit of a zip. I don't mind absolutely cold coffee, but that's sort of like, you know, that lukewarm to cold. I'd rather have it hot or cold. Oh, there's a doggy going past and luckily Gigi's asleep and hasn't seen it. It's a rescue doggy. It looks like a bit of a sausage dog, you know, crossed with something else or other. It's called Bella. I can never remember people's names, but I can remember the dogs. I mean, before the great big, I call it a pony, went past. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's a Great Dane. It's too hefty for that. But that's called Marcus. I always remember the name. Can't remember the name of the bloke that walks it. But that's by the by, isn't it? I always remember all the dogs' names. Yeah. And not the people. But it's the same in the dog community. When I used to be walking Buster, you know, I was always Buster's mum. Yeah, they didn't know my name. And we used to, you know, you'd refer to other dog walkers, say, oh, have you seen such a body's, you know, but you'd always say the dog's name and not the person. It was funny one time, I'd been talking to a woman for ages and she was pregnant for a while and then she had the baby and she used to go down with the dog and the baby and a toddler. And we were chattering away. Oh, we've got another dog going past now. Don't know what that one is. Oh, I don't know that one. It's a black poodle. See, with having the clough at the bottom, people walk by, don't they? Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I met this woman every day for months and that. And then one day I went to the GP's and she was my GP. I was a bit sort of, oh. I said, yeah, what's its mum? I forgot the name of the dog now. And she went, yeah, she said, Buster's mum. I said, yeah, that's right. She said, that's why I didn't recognise the name when you were coming in to see me. She said, if it had said Buster's mum, I'd have known who you were. Yeah, but she moved. She didn't stay long in our GP. She moved somewhere else. I mean, before I knew she was a GP, I knew that she was looking for a larger house. So she probably did find one and disappeared on me. I don't know half of my GPs now, but I'm getting to see the one I like today. And we don't get 15 minutes, it says 10 minutes has been booked for me. So I need to ask him quite a lot of things, so I'd better start with a running gallop going. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. A little boy and his mummy going past today. Where are they all going? I live on a quiet street. I don't know where everybody's coming from. I've only been talking to you about 10 minutes, haven't I? And all these people who've gone past. As I say, fortunately Gigi's not seen any of them because he's facing the opposite way. Otherwise we would have a wow, 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 wow. Yeah. Right, I'm definitely going before I get cut off in my prime. So I hope you enjoyed looking through my post with me. And I definitely do like that because it's almost, you'd swear it was the same as that what I've been paying, about £5 a both. Maybe a tad thicker, I don't know, it looks a little bit thicker. But it almost looks identical to the colour, doesn't it? You'd swear it was the same one. This is called Ormo, is it? I think it's Ormo. Never heard of it. Ormo Export. That's all it says. Doesn't tell me where it's from or what it is. But it does look absolutely almost a spitting image of Boho Spirit. Maybe it's Boho Spirit with an export. Maybe it was the other way. It came in, got called that, and the rest of it went to be called Boho Spirit. Because as you know, the UK doesn't make hardly any yarn. So I'm going to try my little man when he wakes up. Yeah, to try and get a bit of fur out of him so he doesn't cover me. Yesterday, honestly, I was wearing more hair than Gigi was. It was terrible yesterday. Yep, so, yeah, I do like that. Yeah. Nice. I don't mind being second-hand, Rose. The only thing I won't buy second-hand is I won't buy underwear of any description or any perfume or makeup products. I won't buy any of them unless they're new. And there's something else I don't buy. Usually shoes I don't usually buy. Shoes unless it says they've been unworn, yeah. You know, I mean, I've had some bargains with those hotter shoes that people have bought them and not worn them. They're not everybody's taste because they do tend to look a little bit frumpy. But then, of course, I'm 71, so I am a bit frumpy. So I don't mind wearing flat shoes that look a bit frumpish if they're comfy, yeah. But I've had some absolutely bargains in the hotter shoes. You know, I bought them for about £20 when some of them are £60 brand new. And when I've got them, they've been in the box and, you know, you can tell by the treads on the bottom that they've not been worn. They may have been tried on, but they've not been worn. So those are the kind of bargains I buy. But I don't mind second-hand clothing. Doesn't worry me at all. You know, I mean, one of my friends used to say, oh, it's dead people's clothes. And I used to say, is it heck, it's dead people's clothes? So it's just people who get fed up with what's in their wardrobe and want to sell them for a few pounds, you know, just to get some money to buy something new. I've got lots of things in my wardrobe I could put up for sale, but I'm just too lazy. It isn't that I'm too lazy to put them up for sale, I'm too lazy to keep going to the post office every time somebody buys something. Yeah. Not that I mind going to the post office when you bought some of my crochet. So do me a favour and just, even if you're not going to buy anything, I'm not pushing you into anything, just take a look at what I've got, because I put some new things out there. It's nice when I get people saying, oh, they like this, oh, they like that, they like the other, because then I know I'm doing something right. Because it's a very sort of hit and miss thing when you're making things. My taste isn't everybody else's taste. So it's nice to know that somebody agrees with me and thinks, oh yeah, that is nice. And puts a like on it, you know. So, that's what I would like you to do. Yeah, I'm not a high pressure saleswoman, am I? No. When I had my business, it was different, yeah. I used to feel a little bit affronted if nobody bought anything when I've been spending about half an hour with them. But that was different because it was my livelihood, it was my business, my job. So you have to be a bit more forceful with your selling. But I'm not with my Etsy because I like to think that if things are good enough, they'll sell by themselves, yeah. So, yeah. So I'm going to go finish off listing things and then maybe try to find some colours so that I can take photographs tomorrow for the lady who wants to look at some colours for the 3 bolero she wants me to make her. So I like to think what people's faces are when they try them on. Do they, you know, they hope they like them and they enjoy wearing them. I mean, I enjoy wearing a lot of my things, but I have got so many that sometimes I get overwhelmed and I tend to wear something that isn't crochet. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm going now because I'm waffling. Saturday tomorrow, and I don't have a GG. No, don't have him. I have 2 days off. As much as I love him, I do like my 2 days off. Anyway, have a happy day, evening, morning, whatever time it is when you're watching this. And I will see you tomorrow, God willing. Yeah. So bye now.